American and Russian diplomats have met in Saudi Arabia to begin talking about an end to the war in Ukraine. This is a sweeping change to American foreign policy that has started since President Trump replaced President Biden. This is not the kind of meeting that President Biden's administration would have held, but President Trump says he's dedicated to bringing an end to the war in Ukraine and is willing to deal directly with the Russians and not bring Ukraine to the table. There were no Ukrainian officials at this meeting between the U.S. and Russian delegations. And in response to this, the Ukrainian president canceled his own trip to Saudi Arabia because he was unhappy that he wasn't invited to these talks. The U.S. delegation was led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and he made a noteworthy comment while he was in Saudi Arabia, saying that everybody involved will need to make some form of concessions. That could be a tough pill for Ukraine to swallow, given that they were the country that were invaded and it had their territory claimed by Russia. It remains to be seen how they will draw that line and whether there could be any accommodation that would allow Russia to keep land they seized with their aggression. This shows that Russia is no longer isolated in the way it was when the invasion of Ukraine began about 3 years ago, and that there's a path forward to a different accommodation between Washington and Moscow. This has caused shockwaves throughout Europe, which is worried that framing relations between Trump and Vladimir Putin will endanger European security. But Trump views this as a way of delivering on his campaign promises to end this war and find a way to curtail American assistance to Ukraine.